Hello, my name is Elizabeth Cruz, and I'm enrolled in the Master of Arts Public Relations program. I received my undergraduate degree from Kutztown University of Pennsylvania. It's right outside of Philly, about an hour. And I got a Bachelor of Arts in Professional Writing with Communication Studies and Public Relations as my, concentrations. And my problem was that I've always had too many passions. If that can be a problem, it was for me. So I really enjoyed this book. I wish I had, gotten a chance to read it prior to this earlier in my life. It would have helped me a lot. So moving into the insights, on page 29, Robert Greene begins discussing return to your origins, and I found this comforting because there was an indication about like a life task, and that like everybody has a certain thing that they're supposed to be doing with their life, and I just like it was such a struggle for me, and I was like, is there really something I'm supposed to do? Am I destined to do this? I didn't know, and one of the quotes that I personally was struck with was on 32, and it said, as you become more sophisticated, you lose touch with these signals from your primal core. They can become buried beneath all of these other subjects that you've studied. And that's exactly what I was having issues with. I was exposed to so many subjects and so many different cultures and people, I didn't know where to go. So that was an issue for me. I'm kind of happy I'm not the only one. Okay. So then on the same page, 32, he begins discussing occupying the perfect niche, and this is the Darwinian theory. And he presents the tale of Yoki Matsuoka and how she essentially had so many things she wanted to do with her life, and then she just combined them all. And I thought that that was great because between her and the other gentleman who was presented, I'm more like her. She mastered one subject and moved on to another, and that's exactly what I want to do. Okay, moving on to avoiding the false path. I thought Mozart's story was really cool. What I really related to was that he basically was listening to other people and sort of letting them decide what to do with his life, and it was not good for him. And I felt similar things to that. I've done things just because I'm a people pleaser, and that's never great. So, my favorite thing was scoff at the need for attention and approval. They will lead you astray. Let your sense of rebellion fill you with energy and purpose. It is the father figure, the Leopold Mozart, that is blocking your path. You must slay him and clear the way. And that's what I had to do. Just be like, I'm sorry, but I need to serve myself for a little bit. And that's honestly what sort of led me truly to public relations. So we're moving on with letting go of the past. I feel like everybody, to some degree, has issues with this, letting go of the past. And what I loved about this is that Roach basically had something that was incredibly what some would view as a failure, but instead he was like, okay, no, I'm gonna he sulked for a little bit, but then he rose from the ashes, I guess, and made something that was really positive and powerful, and that's what I loved about this piece. Finding your way back is the final thing that Robert Greene includes, and this is Fuller's situation, my quotes that I chose from here. Whenever he thought of money first, disaster followed. Then later on, he starts talking about deviating from the path that you were supposed to be on. And honestly, that's exactly how I felt when I was doing all of that people pleasing, and if I followed money because I needed to earn money, like that's what, it didn't lead anywhere good, and it ended up me feeling like a failure. So this is something I really especially, took notice in. My dream career is being a college professor. I have a lot of passions, as I said earlier, and I would love to teach public relations classes and rhetoric classes. Eventually, like Matsuoka, I would love to go back to school again and get a degree in rhetoric. And I would love to, in the meantime, work for a nonprofit organization supporting gender and sexuality community, or political work, or just a socially conscious thing. I'm not really nervous because, I know that doing PR it's the best for me. My two goals is I need to become comfortable with APA style. I really do. I have no experience with it. So that's one of my goals, that in the next 3 weeks, it'll help me immensely when I'm going into other classes. The same with, I would love to have 2 days completely devoted to self-care, or just doing housework, making myself feel better. Now, as I am going to classes that are going to be more difficult and more demanding, is going to be increasingly important for me to have a schedule, and that's what I want to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I welcome your feedback.